up with all my new video projects, doing a lot of stuff, and I just wanted to come at you one more again with a video. So this video tonight is gonna be just my nighttime skincare routine when I'm adding in my exfoliating mask. So this I do twice a week. Ideally, the night before, I know I have clients, things like that, when I just want an extra like boost of glow and just to make sure that my skin is just completely in order. Obviously, if I'm in front of people representing that good skin, I gotta have what? That good skin, okay? So tonight, my tea is a chamomile tea. Also, I placed in raspberry leaf as well as ashwagandha. Do all these things go together, girl? I don't know. I just know that they decaffeinate it and it helps me to relax. So let's get it. So, as per usual, we're starting out with clean skin. And in order to make this work, I'm just gonna pull the head back and just kind of open up the face so that way we can take a look. So I'm gonna start out, of course, with my artichoke toner. This I haven't finished with, so I'm enjoying it so far. The company that I got it from, though, I went to the website that I got it from, and it just seems like they switch stuff up a lot, you know, because it's like a huge base. So, you know, lots of companies that come through there, things like that. So I think it's just like kind of how it works, you know, and that's fine. I know that this is like a legitimate company and everything. It's just like, I don't know. I'm waiting to see if they're gonna have this again or if I can find it somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly how to go about getting it other than through this one website. And the reason why I won't say the name of the website is they still haven't gotten back to me about being an affiliate. And I mean, you know. So we did one round of toner. Now let's do two more. Okay, so I have my skin prepped. The last round of toner is absorbing now. As it's absorbing, you know, I was just standing here and I was thinking, like, man, it's the week before Christmas. I gotta wrap my daughter's toys. Finally, she went to sleep, okay? So today was her first experience being older. I used to do it to the baby-ish, younger, you know, before they remember stuff. Experiencing a deep conditioner. So I got the Eden's deep conditioner. I don't have it in here with me. But it was like $8. And I was looking through all the stuff, you know, and I'm like, okay, for one, I know she's super sensitive. For two, and because of that, basically, I don't want to spend $15 on a deep conditioner. It's just going to break her out. There was one company we used to work with on her hair, and it did work well. It never broke her out. But it's so basic, and she looked like she needed some good repair because she barely lets me touch her hair. That, you know, I went ahead and did a particular Eden's one. And man, let me tell you, when I let it stay on 40 minutes, introduced her to putting the plastic bag on her head, you know, she's like, what you doing that for? Deep conditioning. Girl, you black, yeah, girl, you gotta learn this, okay? Even at your age, you gotta learn, okay? So anyway, so I'm putting the plastic bag on her head, you know, getting her all set up, put it in a little like bun on the back of her head, and she was good to go. So I kept it on there for 40 minutes. When she took her bath, put her in, rested out, oh my goodness, her curls were like, you know, deliciously soft. I was just like, wow, you know, because now, you know, she's a little girl, so her hair is hidden like the middle of her back when her curls are lengthened. And if it was straight, I mean, it would basically be like down in her sacrum. I'm like, girl, like you got some beautiful curls, but you need to let me take care of them. You know, she's so funny, child. She is too funny. But she let me get through it, and I'm super happy. And after, though, because, you know, all the, it's in my ear, and, you know, all of the excitement of deep conditioning and rinsing it out, she was super tired, and now she's laying down. So now Mama get a chance to actually wrap the gifts. I did not splurge this year. I did not splurge at all, okay? okay? Let me tell you about it. So, yeah, I didn't splurge on anything. Like, she is the only child. She gets toys all the time, okay? I tell my mom, I say, Mom, don't get her anything, please, when you're watching her. Like, she doesn't need anything else. And she's in love with these little cute toys. They're called Hatchimals. You rub the egg, it breaks, and they pop out, and it's a cute little um, GMO baby. Okay, I mean, seriously, genetically modified little animal, like a unicorn and a bear, like I don't think it's what, like a rabbit and a fox. It's like some merged animal thing. And yeah, it's odd, but whatever. But she loves them. So, that's what she gets. She gets, her daddy will buy her stuff. I'm just like, okay. And I tell my husband, I'll be like, look, baby, like our baby is not wanting for anything. If you get her anything, get her puzzles, get her books, get her some clothes, whatever. But like not always the toys and the little toys at that, right? They don't listen, child. They don't listen. It's all good though. So since she's not in need of anything, I did get a couple things. Connect Four, because we like playing that game. And I think it was, I'm trying to remember, more magnetic tiles because she builds, and I wanted her to be able to build more and bigger, better things, which she also wants to do. So I got her some more of those, and I want to say that's about it. I feel like there's maybe one more thing that I'm just not recalling, but it was like literally everything under like $50. I'm like, girl, we're not doing this. For things that in 5 years, where they gonna be at? You know what I mean? Anyways, I was tempted to get her a Baby Yoda though. Okay, hashtag Baby Yoda. I love that Mandalorian. Actually, I have not watched episode 5 yet, so I gotta get into that. So anyway, you've watched me stirring this stuff up. This is something I mentioned in my previous video, I think, but that I'm always talking about is that Glow Recipe Watermelon Sleep Mask. Honey, when I tell you this mask will get you together, it will get you together. Anytime I do have a breakout, I put this on, I wake up the next day, gone. Anytime, like, I'm just, like, overall just looking, like, off, like my glow isn't glow, I throw this on, boom, done, ready, mwah. Like, it's honestly the best thing I found. And I'm so sensitive. I was so nervous to try it. Honey, let me tell you, this stuff is amazing. But only thing is I really need to like either get or do some thorough extractions. I looked at my nose yesterday and the day before, and I was like, oh child, I have not done extractions on myself in a minute. Usually I do them during my hydrofacial, and I think that's been about a month, so it is definitely time. I have quite a bit of buildup. And I haven't even done my nose mask in a while. I was using like a really good one too. So, as you can see with this, you just kind of go around the face, and you just spread it on out. Now, the thing about this mask is that it's an AHA mask, so that's an alpha hydroxy acid mask. Very, very gentle. Like basically fruit enzymes, but still very, very powerful. So right now, what I feel on my skin is like kind of a cooling sensation, not really tingly, not burning, not any of that. It's just kind of like a soothing, cooling sensation is all I can describe it as. So what I've done is I put one layer on. Now you can do up to 3 layers, I believe, of this mask, depending on just how strong you need it, but it is a buildable sleep mask, which is really nice. It absorbs very well. What I was thinking tonight, I did this before, and I kind of like the results, is I'm gonna push it in deeper with my Skin Buddy. My Skin Buddy, I'm telling you, it's everything. It takes care of me. And what I've been experiencing lately is just like small breakouts, and that's because I've been eating sugar. I know I shouldn't, because every time I eat sugar, I get like little, it's like little bitty bumps that pop up but I just, I've been in a Hershey's chocolate nugget mood. So that's what I've been eating. I love it. So, anyways, also I had like cupcakes because my daughter wanted a cupcake. Anyway, too much sugar over the last couple days, and I noticed like a little something coming up in here. Not really on the jawline though, thankfully. So my hormones are intact, but also I stopped consuming dairy, which makes a big difference for me along the jawline as well. So yeah, so let's get into it. My Skin Buddy, we about to do this. Hit that button, boom, get that red light. But for me, since I want to treat a minor breakout, I'm going to go into my blue light. With this, I don't get the heat, which I'm like, because I really like the heat that comes with the red light. But this works just fine. And you can go in circular motions. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, right, I think it was on Instagram that did a live with the My Skin Buddy, I think I want to say last week-ish. And I had that bump that was like right here, and I went over it with the blue light, and that thing exploded like within 30 seconds of me using the My Skin Buddy on it. And the next day it was completely cleared up, and it has not come back. Now, I am one of those girls that get the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So especially on this side of my face, I noticed that I have a little bit left from a breakout I had during my cycle. So what I do for that, typically it'll kind of go away on its own. But if it doesn't, I do the LED therapy, I do the red light. And I also have a scrub that I do. That's a vitamin C scrub and enzyme. So I will do a video about that at another time, because I have some ideas also that I want to show you with that particular thing. I'm just going over my jawline just in case somebody want to try to show they fresh on my face. And I'll just take care of it. And I mean, you could do this. Hey, you could do this thing like 15 minutes if you wanted to. But for me, I'm just doing it a little bit. I just wanted to do a little treatment. But I'm also going to do my LED full face mask that I have. I've shown it on my IG videos before, but it's absolutely amazing. It covers the entire face, and you can just lay back, relax. It's on a timer. It's pretty awesome. So maybe I'll do a video on here of that as well. But anyways, so with this particular thing, what I notice is that I feel like a little bit of the mask like comes up when I do the My Skin Buddy. I don't know if it's all in my head or what. So I do like to go, even after like kind of penetrate the first layer and then do like a smaller layer on top of that just to replenish and make sure that I'm still getting the full benefits of the sleep mask. So the sleep mask you're gonna leave on overnight and rinse off in the morning. Look at that. See, and that's what I mean. Like, I feel like the My Skin Buddy kind of makes it do that. It's interesting. I don't know. So yeah. So now we have on the sleep mask. I'm gonna let that absorb a little bit more. Drink a little more tea, and then be ready for bed. So while the sleep mask is penetrating, I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair routine. So if you haven't seen this before, with the curly hair, it's really super easy to take care of, which is why like I switched to this style of hair with my stylist. Girl, everything is so easy to take care of. When I was keeping it straight, I would have to blow dry and flat iron and all of these things. With this, I can literally just put it into 2 loose braids and go. And I was talking to my stylist, and she was telling me that she doesn't recommend that I oil like in between. I don't know if you all have heard that before or not, but yeah, she said it's like kind of unnecessary, seeing as like I go to her so often. She kind of takes care of all that stuff underneath. So yeah, and so far I've been noticing really great growth and health with my hair. So I believe the girl. I believe her. So I just do do a couple loose braids, and that, really takes care of everything. I love this color that she did. We did a bit more blonde because I told her by spring, I really want to try going like full on blondes. Like, I haven't done it since I had my locks. And the reason why I stayed away from it is because at that time, I really didn't go to see anyone take care of my locks. I just did it myself. And, one day I decided to, go see somebody and get my hair colored. She did it, it looked beautiful. But then when it was time to like maintain it, the chick didn't like answer her phone, and it was just so strange. So I was like, you know what? I said, well, and I just grew the blonde out to the tips, and it did look pretty cold though, because back then when nobody doing that, that one dude who had the blonde locks, anyways, that came out, didn't come out yet, so like it was kind of something that was on point, and nobody was really doing it at the time. So by the end, by the time the color got to my ends, it was just, wow, it was beautiful. But then I got my locks and started over, started over, started over, started over. I don't know, girl. Anyways, so boom, boom, do that. And that's tonight I put on my slap cap. All the natural girls know about the slap cap. All right, that's that satin line joint from Grace Soleil. All right, but no. So the slap cap is from Grace Soleil. It's a satin lined cap that I actually really love, and I've been using it for years. Like ever since I cut my locks off and found out about it, I've been using it, and it's been good to me. And even with the extensions, like it keeps my hair moisturized. It keeps it from being like frizzy and looking odd in the morning. It's like I literally can take my cap off, unbraid and go. And that's what I look for, Now I did purchase one for my daughter, but it was too small. So I gave it to my neighbor's baby, and hopefully by now she's wearing it. Babies do not like to keep anything on their head. So I told her, I said, don't trip if she don't wear it. I just didn't want it to go to waste, So everything feels like it's really nicely absorbed. I literally have like nothing of this left. Probably one more application. So it's definitely time to get some more. And I'm excited. I love that mask. I think I'm gonna start buying it like in 2s or 3s, but I wonder about the shelf life. So I'm gonna ask them about that. So I'll finish up my tea. When I was little, I don't know if anybody ever told you that when you spill a little bit, they'll be like, oh, you got a hole in your lip. So yeah, that tea was really good. I think, I'm trying to think of what, it tastes like one of the herbal blends had a little bit of licorice in it, I think. So mamonde. I wonder how you say this. I say mamonde. I wonder if that's how they want you to say it. I don't know. But anyway, my lip sleeping mask I put on in the evening. And this I do pretty much every night though. I don't save this for just twice a week like I do Watermelon Glow. Girl, just feels so good to be moisturized. Okay, it feels so good to be moisturized. So yeah, that's pretty much the night routine when I add in the sleep mask. Always the lash care, always the lip care, along with the skincare, the nail care, and all of that is super duper important as well. Pretty much it. Like, I'm pretty much done. I cannot think of anything else I need to do for my evening except for wrap my baby's gifts, get that done, and get some sleep. And you do the same, okay? Good night. Sleep tight. Don't forget to turn off the light. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me for another evening routine video. You see it's starting to dry. And when it dries, it starts to peel up on its own. Isn't that neat? I think it is. All right, have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again. Dina Barnes Beauty, Instagram, follow me, Dina Barnes Beauty. Definitely like this video, comment this video, but most of all, subscribe. I want to know that this matters, and the only way I know that this matters is if you subscribe and you let me know that you want to continue to see these videos. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.